Despite lawmakers being closer to ending the longest shutdown in history, uncertainty still remains around SNAP benefits. Many wonder how to feed their families.
The government shutdown now in its 41st day. Organizations are stepping up to help address the needs that have been created by the government shutdown. And joining us now via Zoom is Megan Wall, the assistant state manager of the organization, a nonprofit called Save the Children. Megan, welcome to you.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Well, Megan, first, share a little about Save the Children for those who don't know.
Yeah, happy to. So Save the Children believes that every child deserves a future. So we work across the United States and around the world, helping ensure children have a healthy start to life, opportunities to learn, and are protected from harm. Here in Tennessee and across the United States, Save the Children partners with rural communities and schools to help close that early education gap for children living in poverty.
So you're over there in Maury County. Columbia, Tennessee is the county seat there, and folks in rural Tennessee, in Middle Tennessee, West and East Tennessee are facing reduced benefits this month. In this month of November, there's a lot of confusion about when SNAP benefits might come back, but what does this pause in benefits mean for children and families already struggling financially?
Yeah, so Save the Children, we're deeply concerned that food assistance has been disrupted, delayed for millions of children and families across Tennessee and America amid the government shutdown, as children should never bear the brunt of a political stalemate. We know from September data that almost 700,000 individuals in Tennessee alone receive SNAP assistance. That's 9.5 or almost 10% of our state's population. So for families living paycheck to paycheck, just a short disruption in help providing nutritious meals on their table is a crisis. It puts parents in a position of making impossible decisions, skipping their own meals so that their children can eat. It's something no parent should have to face, and really no child should go hungry in our country. We know that when children are hungry, their health, their learning, their sense of security all suffer, and we really need to make sure that doesn't happen.
The shutdown has not only affected people's ability to receive benefits, it's affected local organizations' ability to provide food assistance as well.
Yeah, and at Save the Children, we are really working to ensure that impacted children and families across rural Tennessee and America have access to nutritional food and basic necessities. We have launched emergency action in our most vulnerable and rural communities in 15 states, where food insecurity is really high and access to additional resources is really limited. Together with partners, Save the Children is working to deliver emergency cash assistance cards to children and their families across rural Tennessee and America so they can put food back on their tables. In addition, working to distribute nutritious food through our Head Start programs.
So let's talk about Tennessee and Save the Children and how this organization is working to meet the needs for food these days in rural and low-income communities, which is sort of your niche, as I understand it. Help us understand where some of those places are and what y'all are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So this specific initiative is focused on 10 counties across the state. So those include Far East, like Greene, Cott, coming back into Morgan, Perry, Tipton, Haywood, Crockett, Lauderdale, Fayetteville. And so, again, providing over 200 families in those rural areas with emergency cash assistance cards and distributing, delivering food through our Head Start programs to over 250 families.
Do you mind describing the impact hunger has on children's development?
Yeah, absolutely. So when a child's hungry, we know their health is impacted, their ability to learn is impacted, and their sense of security is impacted. And that affects the whole child. And that's why it's so important to make sure that we do as much as possible to feed the children.
So let's talk about ways our viewers can help you and the mission of Save the Children. How can they do it?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So please, you can learn more. You can see how to help by visiting SaveTheChildren.org.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. Megan Wall with Save the Children. Really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.